Hey y'all, hey guys, it's What If. I want to try something different for the intro instead of saying hey y'all for this channel. Hey guys, it's What If. Here with Chapter 2 Remix has been out for, well, actually quite a few weeks at the time of making this scripted video. Yeah, it's late, but I need to get this out, before I forget and never get it out, because if I don't get it out now, it will never be out. Anyways, you are here to hear if I like it or not, and yeah, let's start with the skins. Now, let's start with the skin that I think is the worst in the past, but definitely not the worst skin ever, at least in my opinion. And that is Meowth. Now, let's say I did not like the skin when it was revealed, or seeing it in the past for the first time.
Wait, what does her mascot style look like for
Oh, but my opinion has now changed. I probably won't run him as much, to be honest, because he's a bigger skin, like, you know. But I kind of like the skin. It's a pretty good, goofy looking skin. Now, since we started with Meowth, let's go backwards in the past. That leaves us with Undercover Sky. Sky skin here, it's great, but in my opinion, looks way too young. Like, adding other things, fine, but she looks like a child here. Nothing much after that, except one thing I want to bring up, and that I noticed that Meowth and Sky here, Meowth has the shadow style, Sky has her second style, that is based off her shadow style from Chapter 2 Season 2. So, in this universe of Chapter 2, Shadow is just the whole group, no Ghost, even though we have Shadow and Ghost henchmen, but I don't know for sure. Anyways, enough talking about those. Let's talk about One Ball, which is a great skin, but kind of sad it's not customizable like the rumors. Yes, we have 10 Ball, which is a great skin too. But we could have had something like Spectre Knight, which was customizable last season. I think that would have been nice having these months on season to have a customizable skin. At least, that's my take here. But, hey, what do I know? We could get more ball skins. Balls. Now on to the tier 1 skin that is Chaos Director. Well, I think the base style is definitely a female Chaos Agent. The second style is supposed to be a Remedy mixed with Chaos, but I could be wrong. But that's what it looks like to me. Anyways, the white style is definitely my favorite style, and it's finally time to talk about the secret skin, or not so secret skin. Dynamo Tiatina, great reskin for her first reskin. Yes, it might be mixed. Yes. But it also might be mixed with Ocean, but barely. Anyways, since we're done with skin, let's talk about the prelude. Oh, fuck. Where do I start? This event was ass. That's all. Yeah, I ain't talking too much about it because, well, I streamed it. You guys can go check that out. And I have the same thoughts. It was actual dog shit. They marketed it as a big event to take us to Chapter 2. And the exclamation... Snoop Dogg spin a record. A fucking record. Now, I don't hate Snoop Dogg. No, not Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg. But, really no rewind feature? Well, okay then. Also, what the fuck happened to Fortnite Dr. Doom? Did he, like, die? Is he gone? What the fuck? Anyways, let's talk about the gameplay. Because, no story. And I don't really care for story. Or not. I got Watch Dogs for my story game. Alright, time for gameplay, which is super fun. Like I said, this loophole is fun as hell. I love not picking up a shoddy. Well, I do love picking up a shoddy and not having to worry about if it's scoped or not. Like, you know, I like not having it. Same with the AR, but that's not really an issue. Like, don't get me wrong, mods were cool, but they were poorly executed. I want to say about the TAC AR, I love this gun, all of Chapter 5, and I do love it here, but there's one thing I don't like about the OG TAC, and they did this in Chapter 4, they added a scope to it, which I really liked. Like, I get to not having the scope, but it looks like it has a scope, so whenever I aim down sights, it doesn't have a scope, and I'm kind of bummed about that, but it's not like a huge issue. I'm not going to get super mad about it or pissed off or anything. So, yeah, and the Mythics, they're pretty fun here too, especially the minigun. I love that thing. It's fucking awesome. And real quick, I don't really have anywhere else to put this. I love let's talk about the cars. They're the same as Chapter 5, except the Lambos, well, not Chapter 5, Chapter 2. Except if you have the Lambos, the car that you equip, like in Chapter 5, they work here in the same way. And the addition of lowriders is nice, but the lowriders and the cars from Chapter 5, style Lambo cars and stuff like that, have hydraulics. And if you don't have a car, the Lambos, they have the hydraulics too. Alright, let's cover some POIs real quick. And let's start with the dog pound. As someone who didn't play Chapter 2, I've been seeing videos of people glazing the agency, and it's overhyped. The dog pound is a lot better. It's more vibrant, and the same can be said about another POI, the Spaghetti Grago. But I have a huge bias towards that, as I like old Eminem. He's my favorite raptor. I don't really like his modern rap that much. But I do enjoy this POI as it has that theme, the old rapper theme around it, but mixed with some of the modern. And the Ice Isle, I can't say too much about this. I barely went there after I finished. I finished the pass, and then I just went over and started recording the Mario Kart ranking video and doing Minecraft and just playing Fortnite Festival. So I can't say much about the Ice Isles. It's a neat POI. It shouldn't have as much hate as it gets in the game. But the POI I hear is interesting is the Juice WRLD POI. I hear that POI is supposed to grow over time, over the island, and the Juice WRLD on the map, just a giant version of the Marvel Watcher, just in the Fortnite version, which is funny, and I do like that they tribute him. Unlike someone that I know on Twitter who fucking hates that, which is just disrespectful, that, like, they care more about lore than honoring someone. What the fuck? Anyways, before I hand things over to a guest, let's talk about Reload real quick. Now, Reload has gotten so much better. I always liked this mode, but not as much. But I love desert maps, so that's a win. And I love that they're sold now. And one thing I always loved about Reload is the maps are smaller, because these maps have been huge that we've been on. And so smaller maps makes more fighting, and I just love that. And playing with friends, it's fun too, and I do like the addition of ranked, because I haven't played much of ranked of Reload. But I will say what's stolen is the map swap from Apex, but it's still a fun addition. It makes it nice. If we have like 2 maps, why not swap them out every once in a while, you know, instead of waiting a whole season to give us a new map. Anyways, there's not much else to say about this. Let's just hand things over to a guy.
Chapter 2 Remix is divisive to say the least. It takes a beloved era of Fortnite, that being the early Chapter 2 days, and recreates within a 1 month long period where it combines the first 3 seasons of the chapter, as well as throwing in a twist, that being music, and music legends. The music legends of which are Snoop Dogg, Ice Spice, Juice WRLD, and Eminem. These artists affect the game by bringing in their theming that revamps the theming of the POI they inhabit to their specific aesthetic. So let's quickly go over the ones I like and dislike. Starting off, we have the dog pound replacing the agency. Now, this may be a controversial take, but I think that this change is actually an upgrade. Don't get me wrong, I adore the agency, but I actually like the dog pound's aesthetic more, to be honest. Next is the Spaghetti Grotto, taking over the grotto. Now, this one I'm a little more mixed on. I think that this one's change is less impactful than the dog pound's was, but it's still most definitely noticeable. However, I don't believe that this change enhanced the grotto in any specific way. Now for Ice Isle, which took over the shark. This is a tiny bit of a downgrade, not as much as I thought it would be, to be honest, but me personally, I see it as a tiny bit of a downgrade. And finally, we have Juice WRLD's location, which didn't really change much, to be quite honest, but it has a really cool aesthetic, so I'd consider that an upgrade. However, some complaints about the map have arose this season, more specifically people complaining about how big the map is. And quite frankly, I can understand this complaint, but I don't agree with it. It doesn't hinder my enjoyment, I don't feel like it's too big, and I'm still having a blast messing around. The bosses in the season also brought new busted mythics relating to their theming and style, and we also got hydraulics in cars, as well as a sick battle pass, along with an insanely good loot pool that's well balanced and contains a lot of fan favorite items and weapons. Now, something I don't really like about the season is the addition of kicks. The concept of itself is pretty dumb, but the added on fact that they're incredibly overpriced, yeah, it just doesn't work out. And the compatibility with the skins is so low so far, where not even half of the skins I own can wear them. but that doesn't hinder my overall enjoyment of the season. Is it better than Fortnite OG? In my personal opinion, even though Chapter 2 is my favorite chapter, I think Fortnite OG was still better. But that doesn't mean that I don't enjoy Remix. I really do love it, but there's just something there that's missing.
That's all from Pojo. Thanks, Pojo. So this is a new channel. It's my commentary channel now. I'm not gonna talk about only Fortnite. I started off with Fortnite because I wanted to make this video on the main channel, but I was talking to Pojo and he's like, yeah, start a separate channel for this stuff, and that's what I did. Next video, I'm planning to do the Watch Dogs and why it's my favorite story game. So if you want to stay tuned for stuff like that, subscribe to this channel. Anyways, if you want to buy anything in the Fortnite item shop, or Rocket League shop, or Epic Games Store, use code WHATIF with a dash in between. And I'll see you guys in the next video.